possibility, but that doesn't matter. People changing and not changing, you stay as you are. If you're a chicken, stay as a chicken. If you're a goat, you stay as a goat. There's no difference. It's necessary for you to stay as you are, because if it wasn't necessary, nature would not produce you. You were produced that way because that is what requires for you to be, to help the environment to stay as it is. So you don't know what the details of what how important your living or your surviving is to the human race, or to society, or to the environment that you dwell in. You know, that apple tree does not know how valuable his presence is to this environment. You know. So is it also that black person does not know how important it is? The white man also doesn't know. But if humans goes as far as other people, disregarding other people's presence, and wants to take their life away, or sort of end the life of the other, because they feel that that person's presence is not required anymore because of this or that or that. I don't know what basis of which people will come to that decision, but we have to be very careful about these things. The balances of life does matter. It goes as far as respecting people's right to live, people's right to survive. Everybody is necessary to live. Everybody have that right to sort of be there. Everybody is useful in its own small way. So whatever decision we take in those grounds, we have to really think it through. I really think that if we want to move along the achieving of peace, these are the things that we have to look into, drop down so many things, and the things that we understand or we accept of these books, or these incited books, have already entered into our lives. And we have to reconsider that these things have built the character that we have. We've talked about slave and all that in the books. It encourages slavery. The Christian book, the Quran book, it encourages slavery. It's in there. It encourages it. It's like God, it's okay. God makes it okay. You know, and give guidance of how it should be done. You know, so you can tell. You know, I'm not looking elsewhere. I'm looking at it that way. I'm not saying I have it the best, but I'm not taking anything out of my own. I'm revealing what is already there for you to adjust. I'm looking at what is already there. Pointing 10,000 will suggest the idea that it is not really standing out as a unique book with one sense of goal. The goal is not complete. It's not really settled. It's all, you know, here and there. It's all like all over the place. You know, the bits and bits have been put together. They don't really make that one sense. They're crashing on each other. The words, the statements are crashing on each other. You know, and if you recognize it, if I pull it out, you recognize it, then you will sort of stand side by side and realize that there isn't any biased approach to what I'm trying to say or what I want to put out there. It is no being fair to anybody or not being fair to anybody. You know, it's a straightforward deal of the best way forward. Recognizing why this isn't the best way is one key, and that's what I'm doing. Whichever level I try to explain, you know, both among the developed or rich or successful people and those who are not. They are successful because they had to go through so much. They have to take decisions and steps beyond the mind of most of the people out there who probably have no clue. Now, those decisions they take, was it out of good decisions or something which was good or beneficial to everybody? No. And as I said, if people were shooting people or using rifles or using arrows or using whatever it is, Whether people were taking decision to starve other people in order to move them, was it a good decision? Somebody will come out and say it was a good decision because it saved lives, rather than everybody, losing his life. Let's look into it carefully. Yeah. Today, the death of anybody, some people, the death have been declared as what? Good thing for the world. Yeah. The death of even Martin Luther King, I'm sure, will be good. To others who come out and say, yeah, it's good. Just with the fear of the demonstration of others, violence that might come, they will not probably come out to say so. The death of J.F. Kennedy, people will see it as a good thing, good decision, that his life was taken, assassinated. There's so also with Malcolm X, so also with, there are people who have died that even in the story of Jesus, the prophet at that time, the head of the church at that time said it was better for one man to die than the whole nation to perish. So it was a good thing to take his life, to kill the life of this very man who was a good man, but not to them or not to everybody. They thought he was bad to God. But why wouldn't they allow God to crucify him? And they decided to crucify him. They believe in a living God who can live, who talks, who walks, who does everything like they do. A God who can decide like they decide. God can make better decisions than they can do. They were worshiping such a God, Jehovah, to be such a God. Yet at that instant, it didn't even occur to them, with all their intelligence and their knowledge and the Holy Spirit they might be getting. None of them, it didn't occur to them that they have to allow God to be God. You have to allow God to take the life of Jesus Christ, and not them. They have to allow God himself to hang or crucify Jesus Christ. If he was crucified, if you are part of anybody who claim of his crucifixion as a means will bring you salvation, even before the salvation, let's think about his crucifixion, that his death should have been done by who? Jehovah God himself. But rather they were killing him to test to see if God will save him. Because they say that we are going to kill you. The evil in us, we'll put it into practice. So we'll take your life, we'll kill you. When we kill you, we'll crucify you. We are looking to see if your God that you claim is on your side, Jehovah, who is on your side, will come and save you. If he saves you, that means that he is real. Your God is real. If he doesn't save you and they put you on the grave and they bury you, then everybody will know that you are a liar. All the things that you were doing, the miracles you were doing, all was a trick. Yeah. And they proved that because they put him down there. But they sort of turned another story that tells you that he rose up in the third day. And that makes the whole thing become something else. Jehovah didn't save him when they were crucifying him. He waited 3 days before he saved him from the grave. So that he proved that what? He can raise the dead. He already proved it. He proved it in his time. He chose that even in Elijah's time, dead people, he rose the dead. So, realistically, some things we have to really think about it carefully. I mean, we take people's life because it's easy. We can take life. We use that as a means of what? Plotting to sort of reveal something or to prove something. Whatever it is that we use to prove, when we come to think of it, why would you allow that thing to prove itself? Is that the means that we should choose? To take life in order to prove that there is Allah or there is Jehovah or there is that? No. And sadly enough, the men in authority who claim this faith take those decisions. That they themselves will not be put there. That man who says it's better for one man to die than a whole nation to perish, he also claimed of Jehovah. Because that's what he was the head of the church at that time. He was the head of the group. If I were there or today, he's standing before me, all I'll say to him is, if it is so, okay, you take the man's life. But you also make the same claim of Jehovah. Let us know if you have Jehovah yourself, if Jehovah is on your side. Because now you are sitting on the high table chair. So you are saying that Jehovah put you there. Let's find out if Jehovah put you there. We are going to put you on the cross and crucify you. When we crucify you, let's see if Jehovah will save you, because he has put you there. That means he will make sure that you don't die, because he wants you to stay on the seat and be the head of the church. But him, it didn't occur to anybody.